They were never supposed to be found. Not in official records. Not in history books. And definitely not by you. For decades, the US government ran secret experiments on its own people. Testing chemicals, controlling minds, even exposing citizens to radiation. All without consent. Some of these files were buried. Some were destroyed. And some were only revealed by accident. But here's the terrifying part. We still don't know everything. The program that tried to control minds. In the early years of the Cold War, fear ruled everything. The United States believed its enemies had discovered a terrifying new weapon. The ability to control the human mind. So in response, they created a secret program. It was called MKUltra. And officially, it never existed. Hidden deep inside the CIA, this program had one goal. To find a way to control human behavior. But how do you control a mind? Their answer was simple and horrifying. Drugs. Hypnosis. Psychological torture. Test subjects, many of them ordinary citizens, were unknowingly given powerful hallucinogens like LSD. Some were prisoners. Some were mental patients. And some were just people in the wrong place at the wrong time. They had no idea they were part of an experiment. One moment, they were living normal lives. The next, their reality began to break apart. Paranoia. Hallucinations. Complete psychological collapse. And the worst part? There were no rules. No consent forms. No safety measures. In one case, a man named Frank Olson, a US scientist, was secretly dosed with LSD by his own colleagues. Days later, he fell to his death from a hotel window. The official story called it suicide. But many believe it was something else. Something darker. Because when you start experimenting with the human mind, you don't always get to control the outcome. The radiation experiments they tried to hide. While the world feared nuclear war, something far more disturbing was happening in secret. Behind closed doors, the US government was running radiation experiments. On its own citizens. Not enemies. Not soldiers. Ordinary people. Hospitals became testing grounds. Doctors, trusted figures, were secretly working with government agencies. Patients came in for treatment. But what they didn't know was, they were being injected with radioactive substances. Without consent. Without warning. In the 1940s and 50s, dozens of patients were injected with plutonium. One of the most dangerous elements known to man. They were told it was treatment. It wasn't. The real goal? To study how radiation affects the human body in real time. How fast it spreads. How organs fail. How long it takes to die. Some victims were terminally ill. But others were not. And they never agreed to be part of any experiment. In one case, a pregnant woman was given radioactive iron. Just to see if it would pass to her unborn child. It did. And the government kept the results classified for decades. Because if the truth came out, it would destroy public trust forever. These weren't accidents. They were calculated decisions. Cold. Silent. Hidden. And for years, no one was held accountable. The day an entire city became a test subject. What if I told you an entire American city was once used as a laboratory? No warning. No evacuation. No consent. Just a secret experiment in plain sight. In the 1950s, the US military wanted to answer a chilling question. What would happen if a biological weapon was released over a major city? But instead of simulations, they chose something far more dangerous. They tested it on real people. In San Francisco, a U.S. Navy ship quietly released a cloud into the air. A bacteria called Serratia marcescens. To the public, it looked like nothing. Just fog. But inside that fog, millions of microscopic organisms spread through the city. People inhaled it. It settled on their food. It entered their homes. And they had no idea. Within days, hospitals started reporting strange infections. One man died. Doctors were confused. There was no explanation. Because the cause had been kept secret. For years. And this wasn't a one-time event. Similar tests were conducted across multiple cities. Subways. Airports. Public spaces. All without people knowing they were part of a military experiment. The goal? To understand how fast a biological attack could spread. The cost? Human lives. And here's the most chilling part. Most of the victims never even knew what happened to them. The cover-up. And what they never told you. By the 1970s, the truth was starting to leak. Whispers turned into investigations. Investigations turned into hearings. And slowly, the hidden experiments began to surface. The U.S. Congress launched inquiries. Journalists started digging. And what they found was far worse than anyone expected. Secret programs. Human testing. Destroyed lives. But just as the truth was coming out, something strange happened. In 1973, the CIA ordered the destruction of MK-Ultra files. Thousands of documents gone. Burned. Shredded. Erased. Almost like they were trying to make sure no one would ever know the full story. And it worked. Because what we know today is only a fraction of what actually happened. A few surviving documents. A few testimonies. A few victims who lived to tell their stories. But the rest? Lost forever. Or still hidden. Even the official investigations admitted they could not uncover everything. Too many files were missing. Too many answers buried. And no one was truly punished. No major convictions. No real justice. Just silence. And time. Which slowly made people forget. But maybe that was the plan all along. Because when history is erased, it can repeat itself. And the most disturbing question isn't, what happened back then? It's this. Could something like this still be happening today?